Good morning, everybody. It's me. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my channel is My Spiritual Shoes. And if you're an oldie but a goodie that you've been here for a while, you know of the name change. And yeah, so I'm really happy with that. So yeah, there's a few things that are sort of a bit different here. I really hope that you can hear me. The sound quality I'm not too sure of because I'm trying a different orientation, and I really want to try and work this out. And I'm charging my phone at the same time because it is like Sunday morning and I'm up at this crazy time because I've just been worrying about stuff, and I just really need to get things off my chest. So I really hope this is coming across quite well and clear. Please let me know in the comments, and if you can hear a noise, I have the inverter on because it's a little bit chilly still, even though we're in the second day of spring here. Spring. Can you feel that lightness already? I can feel the lightness. Yeah, so this is a bit of a chit chat, a bit of I don't know, just talking, I guess, just sharing things. I also want to share a deck interview, so it could be a bit of a long one because I feel like I just need to get things off my chest, and I can feel things that want to come to the surface, do you know what I mean? And yeah, so I hope this quality is okay. Really inspired by Annika at Nobody Here, Joanne at Sacred Space Japan, Renee at Meadowlark Mystic. Yeah, just really enjoy their videos where, you know, you're looking at the cards or you're listening to them, and I sort of felt like I needed to create this different kind of space where I could talk more freely, and I think this is possibly one of the ways that I might do my videos from now on. Yeah, because I just want to let it flow, and I don't want to be distracted by looking at myself, do you know what I mean? Anyway, so I don't really know how to get this started. I might do the deck interview first and see how we roll. I am sitting here with my coffee because I did a video yesterday and I felt like I was so amped and quite wound up, and probably a little bit anxious as well. But I think, you know, after having a good night's sleep, you know, I sort of feel a bit more clearer and a little bit more coherent. And yeah, anyway, let's just chill, shall we? I've got the incense on, got the candles on. Oh, the candle's gone out. Oh, well, never mind. So I hope you enjoy the ambiance and you can hear me clearly. I got the new Era Elements Tarot. Hope the lighting's okay. After seeing this on Instagram and over at OTM Academy, gee, I hope that's going to come out. That is not high enough, is it? You're going to get this weird kind of, because it's not high enough. Maybe it will be okay, I don't know. I fell in love with the cover that I just showed you, and I just going to pop that there, and you, yeah, I fell in love with the cover because, you know, it represents where I come from New Zealand, the people that I grew up with. Oh, my incense went out. Darn it. yeah, so it really resonated with me because I just felt like it was part of my home, part of my homeland. Do you know what I mean? And I felt really, really drawn to it. Like it's been such a long time since I've been home. There's just been circumstances after circumstances that have just, haven't allowed me to get back home. And I've spoken to family members that said they were going to come and visit, and I don't know whether that's still going to happen or not, but yeah, so this deck has brought in that homely vibes to me, and I really appreciate the artist who made this deck. So the box, this isn't very good, is it, to do this kind of thing? I don't think this is going to work. Anyway, the cards might be better. So the person that did this deck is Eleanor F. Piper. I need to put my glasses on. Gee, I'm not very organised, am I? And the table is a mess. I'm just going to give a little shout out to Dani Mystic. I have been doing her 30 days, 30 decks. So I'm up to day 18, 19. I've been doing that over on Instagram because when I started doing that one, I had stopped doing YouTube for about 6 weeks. At the time when I made the decision to get off YouTube, I thought that was it for me. I'd done my dash. I didn't really want to do it anymore. And yeah, I thought it was done. Anyway, it seems like I'm back here again and wanted to share more with you. But I've really been enjoying Dani's channel. She is just such a little viber. It's just gorgeous. I love hearing her stories. I was watching her video this morning. She used the Fountain Tarot, which I find quite an interesting deck. Not something I was following that creator, or the 3 creators I should say, on Instagram, and got really, really excited about it because it was something new, something that I'd never seen before. So I think it's been out for 2 years, because it was quite early in my tarot journey that I came across it, and I thought, wow, that's something super cool. And I think I've just gone off it. I don't think it resonates with me anymore, whereas before I was just like, whoa, that's so amazing. But anyway, I really enjoyed her reading this morning, and it really, really spoke to me. So many things sort of really came through, really, really clear. And my card of the month, since we're in the 2nd of, I was about to say December, is the 8 of Swords. Now, I think I am really close. I don't think this is going to work. This might be just an angle for a talky one. Anyway, I don't know. We shall see. We shall work around it, and we will work it out. Yeah, so if you don't know who Dani Mystic is, I seriously don't know what you've been doing. I love her accent. I love the way she just speaks, you know, about her life and about, you know, connecting with her family, and just, you know, just her vibrancy. She's arty and creative, and she does yoga, and, you know, I just felt like, you know, if we were to meet in real life, you know, there'd be so many commonalities that we would have, and we'd have crafty time together. And, you know, that sounds probably a bit weird, but anyway, yeah, so I just wanted to mention her channel. I've talked about her before, but I've really been enjoying this 30 days, 30 decks that she does on YouTube on her channel, and she also shares her reading on Instagram as well. Yeah, so go and check that out. And I sort of been feeling a little bit despondent, probably a little bit worn out. I think, you know, we're getting to the end of the term at work, and I've got 3 weeks left until holidays, and I just really want to get to those holidays. It feels like a bit of a marathon at the minute. I need to be able to pace myself. I've been working a second job, which I am super grateful for, and the message that I keep on getting is just keep on doing it, you know? Keep on making the hay while the sun shines. Just do it. Just suck it up. And, you know, that's obviously another reason why I'm a little bit worn out. But I'm going to share this deck interview with you. I'd actually done a walkthrough with this deck yesterday, and I wasn't too happy. I sort of misinformed during the video, and I didn't want to put it up because I don't want to do that. And in light of that, I felt like I was really, really judgy. Because as soon as I opened the deck and was looking through the cards, and I sent a message to the lady, Kirsten, I think her name is, I need to get that name right, over at OTM Academy, and sent her a message saying, have you seen this on the card? And she said no. But now, since you've spotted that, you'll have to read it like that. And I'm just going, what? That is amazing. How nitpicky I was, and yet the way that I've seen it is the way that I can read it. And I'm just going, what? That's so freaking cool. I am a newbie. I'm going to say I'm a newbie when it comes to tarot. I've been in this part of this community for just a minute, if you want to say. Started YouTube at the beginning of this year. Got into my tarot journey in 2016 after some really, really shitty times. And it's just been a godsend, I can tell you. I cannot believe how much it's opened me up. And so many other good things have not just from tarot, but just choices that I've, you know, conscious choices, intentions that I've decided to make, and it's just blossomed. I feel like I've blossomed over the last 2 years from being at this shit place where I don't think I was consciously making decisions for my highest good, you know. I was making it from this real base, if you want to think about the Maslow's hierarchy. I was really making it at those, sorry guys, I'm talking really fast, I know I am. Whew, take a breath. Where I was making those decisions from a real base survival level, and thinking, how can I move up that ladder? I know I've digressed and I've talking about the deck, and now I'm going on to something else, but I swear I'm getting there. And if you can hang around, that'd be really, really nice. And I hope you've got a cuppa going, because you seriously might need it. It's not all drama. I don't want to be all drama. Do you know what I'm saying? But the point that I'm trying to make is it's okay to look at your stuff. And it's okay to go, shit, what the fuck? You know, and I think this is what the Eight of Swords is about. Like, I stand there. And I put myself there. I've spoken about this before. I've put myself there. Why the fuck would I want to be so far away? This is a conversation that I've had with my friends, and, you know, I've placed myself in a position of isolation. Who is to blame? Me. You know, and I've placed guilt on myself. I've berated myself. And then you think, well, what the hell does it do? What does it do? It's not constructive. It's not worthy of anything. You know, of just standing there with those Eight of Swords surrounded, and you're blindfolded, in this case, and her hands are bound. But she can possibly walk out of there and, you know, MacGyver it out of there and just find a much better place to be. And it's taken me a while to see how I do that to myself. And I want to do things by myself. What the hell? What the hell is that? I don't get it. And I've been seeing it after watching. She is one of my favourite tarot tubers. A very different level. You know, she does monthly readings. And this is Amber Khan over at Quietest Revolution, which I have subscribed to. So yeah, it's like a monthly subscription, and you get some meditations and some goodies from her each month, which I'm really excited looking forward to. She's just amazing. But for the Taurus reading, she spoke about the Eight of Swords, and she goes, yeah, you want to do it by yourself, don't you? Well, you are. You're so freaking stubborn. And I've never seen the Eight of Swords like that before, and I'm just going, holy hell. Why? Oh, God. I didn't realise this was going to turn into something like this. Anyway, I really want to share these cards, but I don't know if it's going to work out like this. Anyway, we're just going to roll with it. So the deck interview that I did with the New Era Elements Tarot, oops, hang on a minute. Okay. All right, so we're going to get back to the deck interview. So I have like 6 questions that I ask a deck that I get in, and I actually asked a 7th question, and yeah, you'll see how this rolls, and how this Eight of Swords pops up so many times. It's just stupid, really. How my mind goes. Anyway, so it says introduce yourself, and we got the, oh, that's a beautiful card, the Son of Air. This reminds me of my son. Just the energy of this card and how he's looking at you, and he's just so full of insight and like his declarations and his things that he wants to share with you. It's just, sometimes it's a little bit incessant. Like, you know, I've really indulged him in listening to him because it's just been me and him for quite a long time. And so, yeah, I've made the point of listening to him when he wants to talk to me, and the conversations that we have, you know, and I've made those times because, you know, my childhood was just a different time, I guess, and people didn't really have the time, you know. It was that era of, you know, children shouldn't be heard, you know, you don't listen to them because they're annoying or whatever, you don't have time because you're working or whatever, I don't know. It's so weird. Anyway, I didn't have that growing up. I didn't have those conversations with my mother, and to this day I don't really feel like we have that kind of connection at all, you know, and hence why I'm so far away. I made that conscious decision to not be around her. So this card, the Son of Air, so it's a Thoth Rider-Waite system deck where the creator has blended these two systems together, so they are named differently. So this would be the Son of Swords. And to introduce yourself, it says that, you know, it's straight to the point. It argues to get their point across. And, you know, sometimes with my son, we haven't for a very long time actually come to loggerheads, but there have been quite a few heated discussions where we haven't seen eye to eye, which is very normal. It's a very natural way. Do you know what I mean? And his North Node is the opposite to mine. So if you've watched Lisa over at Tarot Alchemist, she is really diving deep with the astrological bits and pieces, and her latest video where she talks about her North and South nodes, which is freaking amazing. I love it. I love this. I love how diverse and, and the changes that we make and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, he's a Virgo North Node and I'm a Pisces North Node. So the Virgo is my South Node, which, it highlights parts that I don't seriously want to look at. It's like the arse end for me. And I love the way Lisa put it. Like she said, the North Node is the lead singer. And I think she said the South Node was the bass player. Really, really cool ways of looking at it. And I'm just like going, yes, it's so cool. But anyway, so that's the introduction card to the New Era Elements Tarot. And then we go to number 2. The question is, what are your strengths? And I got this beautiful card. How gorgeous is that card? What an offering. Temperance. What a gorgeous, gorgeous offering. So what are your strengths? Balance, proportion and harmony, alchemy, transformation from the flawed to the perfect, and the acts of ritual. Like this guy does this every single morning, does this offering, and they talk about it in the book really, really beautifully, of this blending of elements, because he's looking at the morning sun and offering the water. So I think that's quite a powerful, powerful way to say what your strengths are. Something that I seriously need to work on. And limitations. This was an interesting one. This is also another one of my favourite cards that I saw when I was looking at it on Instagram and stuff. Limitations, the Empress. So yeah, the natural cycles, motherhood, growth, creative potential, and then it gives you there's a positive and a negative aspects of this card, and it says, I can't believe it said this, mate. So it's really interesting how I've already spoken about my mum. Hang-ups about one's mother. Holy hell. So how fitting that that would be a limitation. Yeah, and I've been feeling it for a while, this, if you have kids and, possibly the parents that have their children have left home. The bloody alarm's gone off again. Oh no. I can sort of feel that this is coming to an end. She's looking at something else while the child is in her lap. She's very, very accomplished, if you want to say it's probably not the right word. But, she's done her time as far as a parent, and the child is very independent. Not in this depiction, obviously, but in my circumstances, my child is very much independent and is looking for work, and I just feel like I know it's going to happen quickly, whichever way it comes, that he's going to leave home, and it's going to be a very different way of being a mum. And I know loads and loads of people go through it, and I'm really, really grateful that I have passions. Like art is my passion, tarot is a passion, getting out in the community and being part of the community is something that I want to do more of. Just helping others. I think that's where things are changing for me. And I mean, I do that on a daily basis, so maybe that's got something to do with my work. That I won't be in that environment for too much longer. Maybe there's like this opening here. Maybe there's, well, obviously I shouldn't really say, but there's other avenues to explore, you know, once my son leaves home, because then I don't really need to stay here. There are no other ties, you know. I have some really good friends, a really good support network, but does that mean that I need to stay here? I have other options to explore, so maybe that's another way of looking at it too. Question 4 is, what can I learn from you? And this card is just gorgeous. Some seriously gorgeous cards. I love the sepia tone. Is the 2 of Cups. Oh my gosh. The way she writes about the cards. Is that focusing okay? Is just stunning. The way she gives a little nod to a reference to what's going on in the card. So which I'm really there we go. Which I'm really happy about. Like especially the people cards. The people cards are stunning. But anyway, the 2 of Cups is about love, trust, erotic harmony. So this is what I can learn from you. Points to an important positive encounter that develops into love and partnership. I would love that. And, you know, just coming from that Empress card, it's been a long time, I can tell you. A long time. So if that was to happen, I would be, that would be great. Cancer energy. Cancer is my rising sign. Number 5, best way to connect with you. We have the sun. All those gorgeous sunflowers, aren't they stunning? So the best way to connect with you is the self, completeness, generosity, the symbol of the life force, expansion, success, clarity of consciousness, and a sense of purpose. All of that, yes please. Isn't there such a nice flow to this reading? It's a really seriously cool way. And then number 6 would normally be the last question in my deck interviews. Outcome of our relationship. We have the universe. Now this is the card that I was getting hung up about and was messaging the lady that's got the deck. I need to figure out what her bloody name is. It's annoying me now. And I'm just going to ignore it. It's irrelevant now, and I don't know why I was so nitpicky. I need to take some coffee. I think I'm a bit PMSing. And my cycle is a little bit out. Like, you know, I used to be bang on the full moon, and now it's like 7 days later. But, you know, hey, that's how it rolls. So the universe, finding one's true path. And she's surrounded by all the elements. And, the book, even though it's a little book, I love what she has written. Actually, I'll just read it. I wonder if I can just leave it like that. Oops, I'm going to lose my notes in a minute. There's so much crap on my table, mate. I'm just telling you, it seriously needs a clean. But I've been in winter mode and things have just stayed. So I'm looking. Okay, the universe, correspondences. So she's got the planets and the astrological signs, the correspondences. So this is to do with Saturn. Yeah, so completion, cosmic union, harmony, synergy, finding one's true place in life, being one with creation. And there's a little, like after she does the meaning of the card, there's exploring the card. The card shows a temple dancer surrounded by the raw energy and dynamic of the elements manifested. They mirror the grace and ease of her dance, forever transforming from one state into the next. How cool is that? That is a really cool way of looking at it, just that flow. I love it. Now the last question and this is what I'm talking about, my being pedantic. And the response I got was like, do you really need to be like that? Honestly. So this is how I don't want to put up the video that I did yesterday because I'm misinformed. So I asked the question, so this is the question I wrote yesterday. Is it necessary to define your ethnic background? Now, because when I first saw this deck, I didn't have all the information and I made a judgment call. So this is the card that I got the answer to the question. This is the Five of Swords. So futile. So my question was, is it necessary to define your ethnic background? Because what I thought was there any reference to the people cards? I thought, I got on my high horse and I went all judgy. And I went all Eight of Swords, closed my eyes, bounded myself and thought, yep, this is what I know. I don't need to know anything else. You know, just been absolute arrogant. And this is my answer, and it says to keep yourself locked into that way of thinking. So yeah, I retract that question. I'm going to leave it there because, you know, that was my way of thinking yesterday, and obviously I need to clear that. It does no longer serve me, obviously, because I'm bound and stuck, and that's not going to get you very far, is it? Anyway, thank you so much for staying this long, and I will have a different orientation for my videos. You'll be able to see the cards a lot more clearer with a different contraption thing that I've sort of made, and we'll go from there. But that was the New Era Elements Tarot, and a bit of a chit chat and a bit of venting. And I'd love to know what's been happening with you and any little updates or anything you want to share in the comments. I'm really grateful that I am here again. Thank you for being with my spiritual shoes, and I will hope to see you very soon.